One thing we did do when we came back for the holidays to Minnesota is we went to an escape room for my daughter's birthday. My daughter has the unfortunate birthday of December 26th. So it's like, hey, guess what? You're never going to hang out with your friends on your birthday. It's never going to happen. Okay. So instead, you're stuck with your family. So we did an escape room. This place was such a hardcore escape room. We did not get out. Eventually I'm here. But we were, and it wasn't just that we missed it we missed it by he was showing us what we had to do to get out. And I was like,
you were never close. Were you?
10 steps left.
Yeah. You were never close.
It was crazy because, the cousins and the aunts and uncles were all there. We were the only ones who'd done an escape room. So for for Jenny's side of the family who had never done one, I was like, oh, they're going to hate escape rooms. I always thought they kind of guided you to let you out.
That's what I was going to say. Don't they kind of have a time hey, maybe you should check over on that desk there, for some
This
stuff.
was not. And I realized afterwards, the guy who was talking to us afterwards, he's like, oh, in New York, they have the best escape rooms. There's one in Las Vegas that costs $500 that I want to do. And I was like, oh, you're like a hardcore escape room guy.
Sarah's got a friend who, when they went to Seattle and they had to go to, Sarah didn't have to go, but the gal she was with had to go to a couple escape rooms just to check them out. She now owns 2 or 3 of them here in the cities. I don't know if I should figure out if it's one of the ones you went to or not. But
wow.
Yeah, there's people that get crazy about it.
Should we go to an escape room in Las Vegas?
Oh my God!
No, we haven't talked about dinner plans either. Where are we going for dinner, guys? Let's get this planned out.
In-N-Out Burger?
I was like, boy, we're getting close to Vegas, and Aaron has not had a shitty idea yet this whole year. I am so happy to say that Aaron has finally come up with his shitty idea of 2026 for Vegas.
I'm thinking hard about renting a car so we can hike this time. I think John would go with me.
Oh my God, renting a car, Aaron. The hits keep on coming.
I'm thinking about it.
I will say this. I do think we have to go to that disco again. I think you were right about the disco.
Yeah.
We have to pay. There's a video on the floor.
Yeah. But we need cannabis this time. We did not. We were low on THC the last time we were there.
Is that true?
Yes.
That doesn't seem to be. All right,
Las Vegas.
All right, Aaron. I'll see what.
John Dave's out there probably on Tuesday. He should be able to scope it up.
Yeah. I think he did last time. Why is all this stuff half gone? All right. In 2024, friends decided to listen to every one of the greatest 500 albums as decided by Rolling Stone magazine. I just looked at what this album was again, and I was like, we decided to do this. This is a choice we made. This resulted in a text chain that celebrated the music, excoriated the order, and led us to making this podcast. We are far from experts. We promise to do almost no research. All opinions are our own unless you disagree. But yeah, I guess with escape rooms, you have to tell them hey, we want to get out. Please time it so we're going to get out. I thought we were close. It was... Please sit back and enjoy. Beck did it better. Russell, have you done an escape room before?
I have done once before. Actually, Rob, I don't know if I should be bringing this up, but I did it on an internet date. Not a first date, but a few dates in. Wow. And I went with a date and some of her friends. So there were 4 of us.
Russell.
And we got in there and they had all done it before. And I think people who have done escape rooms before, I don't even think it's about being smart or intuitive. There's just a skill that comes with it. And they were flying through it. I had no clue what was going on. I was just standing there looking pretty.
You definitely start to see repeating patterns symbols and numbers, and you got to do this in escape rooms. Aaron, what's your escape room status? Have you done any escape rooms?
No, have not. I've done little mini games at work events or something, but never an actual escape room.
You should think. Matt, what about you? Oh, right.
We did one for Leo's birthday.
Yeah.
Bunch of smart kids. They kicked the shit. It was like watching, what's that show with the smart kids out in...
Smarter Than a Fifth Grader.
No. With Sheldon and...
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. There's an episode where they go in and they get out of one in 6.5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And the guys look, because they're so smart. And that's kind of what it was with Leo and his buddies all of a sudden.
You would think one of the puzzles would be what do real human breasts look like? You know what I mean? It would really stop all the nerds and be I don't know what to do. Aaron, do you want to comment on what real human breasts look like? Or is that not a joke? Because I've got a joke ready to go.
You go for it. I just keep thinking about how
lower than you think.
Rob used to make No, I was thinking that's the second time this week that Rob made a joke about nerds not getting ladies, and I think nerds get more butt than we give them credit for. If that's their choice, perhaps they're not. Perhaps that's not their proclivity.
It's a good point, Aaron. I'm trying to think. Classic nerds. Did they get girls? Who are some famous nerds? Do you think?
Well, the guy in Revenge of the Nerds, Skolnick.
Wow. Yeah, that was not a good one. Don't show that one to your kids. The male-female relationships in that movie are not great by today's standards. What's a classic nerd? What do you think?
The successful ones you know of all seem to have a little bit of issues once they get their billions of dollars, and whether it's Bezos or
then you got to get jacked.
Elon or who's the other guy from Microsoft?
Gates.
Gates. Things like that. Like so,
he's jacked.
I don't know.
I'm thinking about the stage manager in the high school play and the tuba player, these, and the baritone section. Like, these dudes had ladies, man.
You're full of shit, Aaron. Aaron's so full of shit.
I am not at all.
Aaron, what are you talking about?
I am not at all. Brian Pauly had a date every weekend. The other euphonium guy, I can't remember his name. Like, the dudes in the high school band, they had ladies.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the captain of the hockey team, jacking it at home. Saddest life of all. Hey, what are you talking about here? We're all the way up to album 265. By the way, to me, that was the coolest guy in high school. Was like captain of the hockey team. It's something to do with the hockey. To me, the hockey cheerleaders were always the most attractive. I don't know. Yeah, well, of course, my wife is a cheerleader. I've told you that. She was a cheerleader in high school.
What sport?
Wrestling.
Pounding on that mat. Pounding the mat.
They have pillows to sit on. Like, that should tell you everything you need to know. Wrestling cheerleaders are the same ones buying those Squishmallows at the mall. You know what I mean?
We've got there's at least one super fan that I think was also a wrestling cheerleader.
Oh, well, then I love him.
See if she's willing to admit it or not.
Well, listen,
calls in.
They never call anymore. Are they still listening?
They don't call. I don't know if they're listening. We went out to dinner last night. I know they're listening at least a little bit.
Okay, because I got to say, for my trip home, I think some people in my family have totally stopped listening. There were some questions asked where I was like, "Oh, you should know the answer to this." We are up to album 265, and we have an album that's most famous for having no hits. And it's actually the band reacting to almost becoming mainstream on the album before. And it makes us once again question why we did the list in the order that we did.
It's just Russell's kind of thing. Just an album with no radio hits.
Why didn't we?
For the record, we did it right. We did the order right, but it does make you think every once in a while.
Well, good thing we're going back down to a reverse order when we're done it, Matt. You know what I mean? We're doubling up. Beck did it better. Part 2. We're going back down. All right, let's get into the voice. No, what do I do now? Now is the part where I introduce everybody. Okay, listen.
I thought we were out of voicemails.
No. This is, Aaron, don't confuse people with the time jumps. Okay? To them, it's been a week of time has passed. How was that?
Wait, we got a voicemail this week?
Yeah, of course we do. But first, I've got to introduce everybody.
Since last week?
I've got 3 guys.
Last week we had no voicemails. How the fuck did this happen?
When I do the year in review, it makes more sense to do it on the early episode, Aaron. Okay?
But I was led to believe there were no voicemails.
This is why I'm like Napoleon and you guys are like the fucking monkey that he had or whatever that was.
Napoleon had a monkey?
I think so. In the park, or that's a pointillism painting I'm thinking of.
There is definitely a part of Rob that has some sort of social miscue where he just lied to us. The last time it never even dawned on him that he was lying to us.
Yeah.
If you want to say, hey, we got it, but I'm not going to play it because I'm doing this instead, that makes sense. But you just lied to us last time.
You know what?
If this were a court of law, we could throw out your entire everything. If you lied about one thing, you might have lied about everything.
What?
Impeach him.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to play the tape. I'm going to give us one extra download. I'm going to go download it. I'm going to play the tape of me saying that for 2 episodes, we didn't have 2 voicemails. Okay. Yeah, I didn't say we had no voicemails. Russell, I promise for today's 2 shows, we did not have 2 voicemails to fill the void. Thank you. Okay. Finally, this stuff stands up in a court of law. Okay. Now, I've got 3 guys here who made a Pavement cover band, but they were so bad they were named Gravel.
Oh. Gravel?
God damn, that's a bad joke. That's a terrible joke. Okay. Russell, Minneapolis, how are you doing? Guys, we got to bring the energy for this album. We have to.
Rob, this podcast is a
I'm bringing it.
This
Okay.
podcast is a rotten device. I'll say it twice.
Wow.
A rotten
Oh.
device.
Wow. I've got Matt in Minneapolis. Matt, how are you doing tonight?
Good, Rob. I'm waiting, watching the clock. It's 10:44. We're already on our second episode of the night. This is great.
This totally changes the podcast, doesn't it? When I could get done
Oh, God.
by like 12:30, I'm like,
you could do shit after the podcast.
this is crazy.
Wow.
This is unbelievable. Okay, now
Once a month, Aaron. Once a month. Can we have once a month where
I'm
we
here for
start
you
early?
guys. I gave it to you tonight.
Rob,
I know, but
I
that's what I'm
know.
saying. But like once a month, like I'm willing to, if I can look
Yeah.
forward to having once a month where we start
Mhm.
early. Can we commit to that?
Rob, we could
Matt's so
we
excited.
just save like 5 minutes and 42 seconds for Sunday for like right after midnight? Because then that would be helpful. 5:42.
that's a bit from
Sunday?
last week, Russell. We can't do that.
See, that's
He's been thinking
carryover.
about it all week.
Yeah, Aaron, can you just say right now that we can start this early once a month? We got to pin
We
you
can
down.
start
on
this early once a month.
Okay.
Dude,
Except
my
this time, your
my
kid
kid's
can't
got
come
a-
in during the episode. Okay, that's going to be. I'm
my
going to have
kid's
to edit
got a
all that
busy
shit
social
out.
life. We're not home on the weekends
Oh.
that often because he likes to be out with his buddies.
Yeah,
And he doesn't have his own car yet. But I'll commit to
You know
it.
what he
I'll-
should-
once a month.
he should start a
Start
podcast
early.
with his friends, then he could just sit at home. Okay,
Oh, that's true. That's a
listen.
good thought.
and then I've got Aaron out in California now. Aaron's telling me he's done masturbating for good. Okay,
Really?
yeah, now he's only doing it for evil.
He didn't tell you that.
Yeah, he's only
Oh, I
doing.
talked over it. Sorry, Rob.
That's okay. I'm gonna edit that
Yeah.
together, so it's going to be just like
Yeah.
my food delivery, seamless. Aaron, how are you doing?
Only for evil. Thoughts like rattlesnakes were walking. No one has a clue. Let's talk about pavement.
Aaron's just like, oh, I'm going to show this penis. Okay, it's going to wish it was never born. Let's get right into the voicemail, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You said we didn't have any.
Yeah, you definitely did.
You know what? That's fine. You guys can. Oh no, I'm getting mad again. I can sense it. Okay, stoicism. Shh. New year, new Rob.
You have an option
Just
not to
doesn't
have an
matter.
opinion.
God damn it, both of you talk. It pissed me off again. Okay, starting now. New year, new Rob. Here we go.
I have
Just-
a question,
just quote skill.
particularly for Matt, but everyone, of course, is welcome to answer. I want to know everybody's thoughts. But Matt, this is a baseball question, and I know the podcast loves baseball. Do you think teams like the Savannah Bananas are ultimately good for the sport of baseball, or do you think it is like detracting from the sport of baseball? What are your thoughts on teams like the Savannah Bananas? And would any of you be interested in going to see the Savannah Bananas?
So let me just, before we start, okay, Savannah Bananas, of course, are what would you say? They're kind of like a Harlem Globetrotters.
Globetrotters
Yeah,
of baseball.
that-
Except they're really
Yeah.
playing baseball where there's guys on stilts, they're doing dances, they're doing kind of trick plays. And I'll tell you what, they are selling out stadiums. Like they are popular-ish kind of in this social media world. Matt, what are your thoughts on the Savannah Bananas?
It's twofold because I think the questioner asked a couple things. Like, do I care that the Savannah Bananas are like doing all the rules? No, I mean, like it's great. It's fine. It's independent baseball. It gives some people opportunities to get paid to do stuff. I mean, they've got a rule that in the ninth inning, if it's the bottom of the ninth or I think maybe it's just the ninth inning, that if a ball goes into the stands and a fan catches it, it's an out. So like everybody stays till the end of the game, and if you catch a ball, it's an out for your team or whatever. Like that keeps people in the seats. That keeps people around. It's great. It's fine. It's everything, And it's like kind of the Saints back in the day were not even close to what the Savannah Bananas are, right? Like there was actual baseball, but they had all sorts of gimmicks and stuff, and it was fun to go watch. It was great.
Minor league baseball is the king of the gimmick, right? Like that's
But like there's 140 games or whatever. I think maybe they play 96, something like that. Like you cannot have people come to half of those games at home and expect them to keep getting crowds or try to attract crowds. So it's great, it's fine. But like, will their brand of baseball ever catch on as like a we're going to do this with Little League and stuff like that? Like, no way. Like, it's just, it's fine for the sport. It brings people to the seats. But the guy who's running it, he's like a marketing genius, and I don't follow him
brilliant.
that much.
If you listen to him talk about why they do things,
Yeah.
the guy is very, very intelligent.
but
I don't know
is
if he's intelligent, but what he's doing works.
It works, but is it Is it going to last more than 5 to 8 years? I don't think so.
You know what, Matt? I got a text from my brother today. He took his kids to the Harlem Globetrotters game up in Bemidji this weekend. So I think maybe that type of thing could last. It might not be as hot as it is right now, but
the problem is like I think they've got. I looked at the schedule. They're coming to the Twin Stadium. So they got one game in Minneapolis, kind of a thing, right? It's just like the Harlem Globetrotters. They'll have one game in Milwaukee. They'll have one game in Green Bay, kind of things like so it can sell out for one game in one, but it's not. I mean, even the Harlem Globetrotters, I don't think they're playing at the Target Center any longer, are they? Maybe if they do, they maybe sell out like, half the lower bowl kind of a thing. So it's great. It's fun. It's fun to watch. I just think it's one of those things that it'll be interesting to see if it lasts more than 5 to 8 years, in my opinion.
There are limits, right? Because I personally, I'm not going to, I've got friends who've been over to Reno to see the other teams in that league, and it's not for me. Like, I think baseball should be a little bit boring, and either you like baseball for what it is or you don't, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think it lasts because people want to get to know a team and players, and that's what creates a long-term draw. But if people are happy going to Savannah Bananas, and it's fun, go for it.
Is there something about it though with the Harlem Globetrotters? I was always impressed by their skill. Like, they were crazy skilled. Am I going to be?
But these guys are skilled. They can do backflips and catch a ball at the same time.
Yeah, but a backflip is not a baseball skill.
Yeah, you see it once. Okay, you see it. How many times are you going to go to a game to see a backflip? You go once to see it, and maybe twice, kind of a thing, and then you move on. But
like a guy hits a single with. Well, never mind. You know what? That joke is too low for new Rob. 2026 Rob, not going to take the bait on that joke. Can I just say this? I was looking for a sound clip for the Georgia Brown. Listen to this version of the song I found. What is this version?
Just slapping that bass.
This sucks.
Echo on the
whistle.
Echo on the whistle.
The whistle is terrible. God, why did I find such a bad version of this song? That's crazy.
But I want to be clear. It sounds like I was bashing the Savannah Bananas. I think anything that gets people out of their homes in a place where they're doing things together in real life and they're happy, I think that's great. So I'm all for it.
And it's for kids, right? Like, you're bringing your kids to a Savannah Banana game.
Yeah.
Like, that's
and hopefully, I mean, I don't know what the ticket prices are or anything like that, right? Hopefully it's affordable. There's stuff like the World Juniors is in the Twin Cities right now. And like, if you wanted to just take your kid to see like one USA game, like, you had to buy the whole package, or you had to scalp. I mean, like, it was like almost ridiculous. I think it's happening with the World Cup, where like, if you just wanted
the World Cup's outrageous.
Oh yeah,
right? Like, you just want to go. Hey, I'm going to go watch the U.S. play one game against some. Just want to take my kid.
Yeah.
No, you got to buy like some huge. It's not affordable. It's ridiculous. So hopefully the Savannah Bananas remain
it says 35 to about 110 for VIP. So $35 is like the get in the door.
Yeah, that's
price.
probably about right. Kind of a thing.
But see, that to me, that's the perfect kid thing. Minor league baseball or going down to spring training. That's exactly what to bring kids. I want to bring my kids. It's like teaching your kids to ski. You got to bring them somewhere where it's cheap enough where you're not going to hate them if they want to leave. You know what I mean? Like, if I drop $10 on a game and they want to go after eating ice cream and a helmet, fine, let's go. If I'm buying a thing of junior tickets for $1,000 and I'm like, oh no, we're sitting here, we're watching the Warmos, we're watching everything. Like, yeah. So here's a question: are you going? Let's say minus kids, are you going?
I would go. I think it would be super fun. I think there's a reason they're successful because they do entertaining shit. It's a carnival. It's not a baseball game. It's disguised as a baseball game, but everything they do is like a circus. It's just, how would that not be entertaining? The one thing I would say is, like, they're not doing 100 games in one city, right? They're doing one. And so, if you think, hey, would you go see that once every 6-7 years? Hell yeah, that sounds like fun.
Matt, what do you think?
No, I'm not going to go see him.
Aaron?
I mean, I'm not going to say never because people in my orbit have gone, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the better. If the opportunity presented itself and, nothing else going on, not up at the cabin, something like that, like, for sure, but
I could see bringing my kids and trying to get them into live sports that way. I don't know. Cause it's just tough. If your kids aren't into sports, how do you get them to go see sports? It's a tough sell. Anyway, let's get into everybody's favorite part of the show, Rollin' Going.
It's time to see what everybody's up to. It's time for
I have to admit, though, like, the idea that stilts stilts are kind of back in like the consciousness is fucking crazy, right? Like, let's think about major stilts performers. Uncle Sam, Savannah Bananas guy, right? Like, there's the two guys on stilts. That's it.
Red Panda? Or no, aren't there some halftime performers that do stilts with the plates, maybe?
Maybe. Red Panda, you know that. Russell, come on.
That's
Russell,
unicycle.
School his ass. That's not
Unicycle,
stilts.
my
That's a
bad.
tall
My bad.
unicycle.
Okay.
Red Panda would laugh
A penny
at you.
farthing?
Aaron, how fast would you get out a penny farthing if you had a chance? Russell, you know
If I
what a
had
penny
chance,
farthing is?
All over it.
I had no clue what's going on.
It's the bicycle with the big front wheel. You know what I mean? And the little tiny back wheel. Oh, God, I'd be on one of those so fast, Aaron.
All over it.
Like
Aaron.
in Deadwood when the kid gets hit by the horse right after he rides it up the thoroughfare.
Oh,
Yes, Russell. That's how everybody classically knows the penny farthing. Aaron, if you rent a car in Vegas and we go out and get some penny farthings, holy shit.
dude, let's do it.
Let's
Yes.
do it. That's one of your greatest ideas you've ever had. Rolling
Yeah.
going. Aaron, how's it going with you?
Yeah, well, as long as we're talking about my plans for Vegas, I got other thoughts here. So you guys know I like to try to get outside, get off the strip, or do something fun. So like I also do like to try to get like a little bit of exercise when we're there. And one year Russell and I took a good long walk, so maybe that's an option. Last year I ended up in the gym with that Steve, which is not a good way for a guy to feel good about himself. So I don't know, but think about other options, things I could do in Las Vegas. And you guys know I've been playing hoops once a week on Sunday. So I did some Googling about if there are pickup runs in Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
And guys, I found a blog post where a guy found a gym in Vegas where it's $7 for a 2-hour run. It's somewhere out by the airport, by the La Quinta Inn and Suites and the Hampton Inn and Suites Vegas airport. But he wrote up this blog post where I don't know where he went wrong in his life. But he does this in every city. He travels around looking for pickup basketball games. He found one at a gym where you pay $7 for 2 hours of run. And somehow he booked time on a Wednesday evening, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Coincided
With his trip to the Bellagio buffet.
Oh,
So
no.
he went first
No.
to the Bellagio buffet and then went to play pickup hoops after.
Listen, if you have melted butter stained on your shirt, which always happens at the buffet every single time to every single person, that happens. You cannot go to a run basketball game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's so crazy.
Oh, can you?
So, I mean, you guys know, like, there's no chance I'm actually going to do any of these things. I'm going to just do what we always do in Las Vegas.
Come
But
on.
I was this guy out here. And also on the site, Rob, there is a vertical video of someone playing. He uploaded it to YouTube, vertical video of himself playing pickup basketball in Las Vegas. So I don't know. It's on the list of options for me. So it's either rent a car and see if John wants to go hike with me. By the time this is released, Vegas will probably have already happened. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of other options. Unless anybody wants to go to Super Frico or a steakhouse, this is what I'm going to be doing to
Frico.
spice it up a little.
Wow. Spicing it up is not going to play basketball with strangers, Aaron. God, can you imagine? I mean, you know what I try to do for exercise out in Vegas, Aaron, is I try to suck air through a little tiny tube. You know what I mean? I heat up that tube really hot and I suck air through it. It challenges my lungs to greater and greater heights.
We got our steps in, no doubt. We're out there moving and shaking.
Yeah.
Did you get Rob? Did you get your double shocker S&M, whatever that one was called? The
what?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say yes, but what are you talking about?
your double pipe, whatever that thing was called, your double hit, the super major
monster
hit.
hits.
You know what? I did buy
Super
another
monster.
one. Of course, the one that was the vape that I had that was giving me monster hits. Okay. I told you guys right after it was done. This is how you know it's a good vape. It was left in my pant pocket and went through the wash. So anytime it's a really, really good one, it's left in the pant pockets. Dude, who knows why? Okay. We're all looking for the reason that happens. And so that was about $60 that vanished almost immediately. So I went back to the place and I bought another one, Russell. So don't worry. We're back to that. So we will be set for Vegas. No problem. And you know what we should do, Russell, is do that. Let's have a gummy and then go play some basketball with strangers out by the airport.
Sounds great. So that's my Las Vegas preview, and then we'll catch up with everybody after it happens. So how's it rolling going with Matt?
Aaron rolls in and Larry Johnson shows up and just takes Aaron to the low post and shoves the LJ in his face the whole time.
My God.
You know what we should
I
do?
have to imagine that anybody else who tries this is a nerd like me. But yeah, what if it's like a serious run of dudes who could really ball?
We should try to catch an athletics game. How about that? Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Jesus.
We're back. We're back.
The worst.
Matt, roll
to be fair, like the Savannah Bananas might outdraw them in like a few weeks than what they were doing before, right?
Russell, I'm supposed to. You can cut this out, Rob, if you need to, but I'm supposed to ask you what size T-shirt you wear.
I'd say a 2X would be good.
Okay.
Now this I got. Who would be asking Matt to ask
what
Russell?
What size condom do you wear?
2X.
Yeah, Russell. What size condom do you wear too? Double X and, and condoms as well?
It's nothing
double X, but the last letter's an S is the problem. You know?
No.
All right.
I'm trying to get out of Rolling Going Corner, Matt.
One of my favorite movies is Groundhog Day.
Wow.
You know the movie Groundhog Day?
Of course.
It was filmed in 1993. And the 1965 song, what's the song that they play every morning?
I Got You, Babe. I was just looking it up.
I Got You, Babe. It's from 1965. So if that movie came out today,
man,
we would have a song from 1997. So my question to you guys today, and I've got a list here, but what song from 1997 would be on the radio, would be the one that the producers would pick or you would pick? And I can give you a list here.
Can we guess if a song is from 1997?
Yep.
How about right now? I'm going to say "Keep 'Em Separated." If that comes out when the radio pops on,
I think that's later.
Separated. Okay, what would you say, Aaron? What do you think is a song from 1997?
I know this is earlier than 97, but it would still work. Every Morning by Sugar Ray.
Oh my God!
Ooh,
you think which song by Sugar Ray?
Every morning.
Yeah, I don't know the name of the song.
Oh, 94 was coming. What? 94 was Offspring. Every morning.
Yeah, the Sugar Ray song's earlier than 97.
Every Morning by Sugar Ray. That's a 99.
Oh, 99?
That is 99. That did not come out till 99. You would not be listening to that. If you were listening to that 97, you would be a time traveler to the very near future. Very strange. Russell, what song do you think is from 1997?
Oh, because it was Fly. Fly's earlier than that. That's my bad. Fly is the early one.
I'm supposed to pick a song from 1997?
Yeah, this bit's really not.
Just think of a song.
Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh. By the way, Fly is 1997 on the number. What song from Mighty Mighty Boss Tones? Impression I Get?
Sure.
Okay. And of course, we're listening to all these.
Dip it. Good luck.
1997. Damn, you guys are so good at this. This is crazy.
You know what? Because you got to think like the American Pie movies came out like in the probably 99, and the Boss Tones were like the ska band before all those other ska bands that were in like the American Pie type movies.
I love how you relate your whole time frame signature to the American Pie movies, which I totally get. That was I can distinctly remember seeing that.
That's
movie.
like a sophomore year of college type of thing, right?
Matt, give us a list of songs from 1997 that we can pick from being on the radio.
All right, this is in. I just went to Wikipedia and found the Billboard year-end Hot 100 for 1997. So, I didn't have all the ones you guys have said from 1997. I didn't have there.
But which song is going to make us think the most about 1997?
Yeah. So the first one, and this is, I'll go from bottom up. Okay, from bottom up. So we've got "Return of the Mac" by Mark Morrison. So if you wake up every day to "Return of the Mac," this is what this is just my thoughts. Are you going to play these around?
Well, what do you think?
There you go.
Yes.
So if you had that at every day,
this would be
waking up to that.
It would be a good. It would be a good addition to anyone's life.
Yes.
I kind of want to make an alarm. This, like, you could make this into an alarm on your iPhone. Wake up to this.
Yeah.
Guess what? The Mac is back. And guess what? The Mac at this point is getting old enough where he has a variety of cholesterol pills that he has to take every night. In fact, he has a pill case. The Mac probably has a pill case now. Let's face it.
Number 2, "No Diggity" by Blackstreet.
That's
it. Geez.
That's it.
Yep.
I mean, is it?
That's unbeatable.
We've talked about it before. Is this the perfect song? Maybe.
So if they just had this, for the 10,000 days or whatever, as the wake up song.
Oh,
got the Bill Withers sample on there.
I'd be happy. I'd wake up the same day, repeat it with a big smile on my face. Listen to this. Now, of course, the woman who does the beat, does her verse, nobody knows that verse. That's the one verse nobody can sing.
This is the one that I thought of initially, based on how the original song went. But I Believe I Could Fly by R. Kelly.
Wow.
Look, I don't want. I don't
play
want to
play the Yolanda Adams one. Play the Yolanda Adams one instead.
Yolanda Adams.
Just because we don't need.
If I'm going to Space Jam song, I'm taking the Space Jam, not I Believe I Can Fly.
Dude, you can't find the Space Jam. It's probably on YouTube, but it's not on streaming anywhere, man.
Really? What about ESPN?
Dude, the Space Jam got taken off of a lot of streaming services.
What about Jock Jams? Can we still Jock Jams?
Jock Jams was on there. There's the
Jock Jam's one of the few things that's both an album and something I saw my doctor about.
Oh, Gerald Lord on here too?
All right, we'll go past this one. Another one I thought of, Semi-Charmed Kind of Life by Third Eye Blind, only because I love Third Eye Blind. But
it's a Bay Area band.
How many times do you think you've heard this song in your life?
A lot.
It's like over 1,000?
So,
I bet I've heard it over 1,000 times.
So like this would be the wake up song, maybe? I don't know, they play it every morning.
It's a good one. It's a good wake up song.
One that would
What about like Hanson Mbop? That's got to be about 97.
That was my next one. That's the one that they probably would play just because of what the song is, and this would probably be the song that they'd have.
This is 97. I'm thinking my younger sister, she was probably 11 at the time. This is the age she would have been into this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
so just bop, waking up at 6:25 or whatever, to 6:24, whatever time the clock was or whatever.
I gotta be honest, I don't hate it.
No.
What's there to hate?
It's one of the examples of we didn't know how good we had it. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like everybody's like, "Oh, I hate this dumb song," but really?
Yeah. This was like a throwaway song. It's fun. It sounds great.
Yeah, it's fun.
We gotta wait for this part, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another.
Oh my God, we gotta pass forward.
I mean, there's no such thing as the Jonas Brothers without these guys, right?
There's no Rascal Flatts without these guys.
I've seen the Rascal Flatts 3 times in concert.
I bet they put on a good show.
All right, and then my final one, we're kind of going towards this poppy kind of radio hits thing. "Wannabe" by Spice Girls.
Wow.
Man, I would have guessed that was earlier.
97.
Is this not off Spice World?
I promised to do no research, Rob, so I don't know. I just looked up one list and.
That rocks.
That's a needle drop. That starts out.
It's a needle drop. So I think like right here is where they'd come in. 97.
Yeah, would you want to start from the yo, or would you want to start a little bit later for your alarm?
See, it's kind of the thing. You got to start with the yo.
Yeah,
I think.
You got to start right from the start.
Yeah, this song reminds me of how much I want to own an F1 team and run an F1 team and then cheat on one of the Spice Girls. Can you imagine cheating on the guy who runs Red Bull? Of course, is married to Ginger Spice. Cheated on her.
Everyone knows that.
That's crazy. Why would you, of all the Spice Girls to cheat on?
Man, I've never known these. She said you got M in the space who likes it in your face. I've never seen these lyrics before.
Your wife comes in, Aaron's wife at gmail.com came in and to probably what's one of the most listened to music podcasts of all time, and we are going through the Spice Girls song. Oh yeah, we're doing Pavement. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Oh, the Spice Girls.
Oh, the Spice Girls.
No big
It's
deal.
way more interesting than talking about Pavement, I'll tell you that.
Can you imagine though if she was like with David Beckham and it turns out she's been cheating with me? My great personality won her over.
Like episode 4 of whatever their HBO Max special is or whatever. It's just Rob sitting there like in a corner of a room.
And it zooms in because I got to show you guys. I do, of course, I have grown the Fu Manchu. Okay, but you know why Posh Spice would be? Look what I'm growing, Russell.
Flavor Saver.
Oh,
Little
flavor saver.
The Flavor Saver is coming in. There are some small flavors currently being saved.
We don't know what's going on with David Beckham right now. He had like top 5 all-time Cub gutters, but like your Cub gutters are trudging in the right direction. We don't know where his are going.
Yeah.
He might be heading We're going opposite directions.
He just won
Yeah.
an MLS title. He's
Okay, but we still don't know.
Yeah,
Beckham
but
won an MLS title as
Maybe.
a player.
maybe I
oh,
did.
as an owner.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, how they look with their shirts off. Like Rob, right?
Yeah.
Rob might be on his way up. Beckham might be on his way down.
Would you rather have wild sex with the owner of an MLS team? Okay. Or I guess what I think is normal sex with a podcast host. Don't forget, I'm also a teacher.
So I you know, after looking at the list, I've got it written down. You guys don't. So, but No Diggity by Blackstreet might be my, the needle drop on No Diggity might be the one that I would pick for my list.
It's hard to beat.
Spice Girls puts you in a good mood every single time. I love that song. I think it's so good.
Yeah. Russell, rolling going. How's it going with you?
Rolling going. I around the holidays had a few record moments, so I thought I would share some of you guys. Let's go to the rest record corner, even though I didn't get to any stores.
Wow.
I went to a record store today. Took the family.
Where'd you go, man?
Oh,
Went to Roadrunner Record.
Oh, the
Yeah, we went to Lowbrow for dinner, and I said we're stopping at. We went early enough that the record store was still open, so we're stopping. So the whole family went in.
Oh, if I took my kids to the record store, the only record I'd have would be Most Fast Dad Getting Mad at his family. Like, can we go? No, I'll look at the records. Okay, we have to find which one is Dad. We're always trying to find which one is the most perverted. Yeah, I know. We have to.
What did you get, Matt?
I think I got. I'm going to go up and get them. I got to make sure I got them. So they're upstairs. I'll go get them. We'll come back to
You
me.
have to come back, Matt. This is not you.
if there's
have
a pavement, if there's a pavement record in that stash, I'm gonna be surprised.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think my new favorite thing to do, and I was keeping you guys updated on this. I believe I had a few drinks on New Year's Eve night, so I
killer
can't quite
selection.
remember.
Killer
But
selection.
For a few hours, we weren't really doing anything. Maybe had a drink or two. We were listening to records.
Wow.
But before we're going out, we went out. Rob, we did a dinner on New Year's Eve. We're going out to a restaurant for a dinner. 7:30 reservation. We're home by 10.
Real grown.
Russell.
So,
Now, Russell, are you puzzling while you're listening to these records, or are we just?
Rob, I didn't do any puzzling until about 2 a.m. on New Year's Eve after I came back and was playing more records.
Wow.
So I
That
was
also
going to
answers
share
a lot of other questions I had, but thank you.
So I started listening, and I was sharing this with you guys, but I just was going to share it with our listeners quick and just see what you guys thought of my lineup for New Year's Eve for what I was listening to.
Yes, let's hear it.
So, and some of these are records that I've bought recently, because I told you guys when I buy a new record, I will not put it in the order of the list. I will not put it in its home until it's been listened to. I can't take it and just put it away. It's got to be listened to.
Wow.
Love that.
So I started with Parliament, Mothership Connection. This album, it whips the llama's ass. This has got to be way higher on the list.
Oh man, it was so much fun. I had it on before people came over New Year's Eve, and I was like, "What's this? It's super fun!" Like hell yeah!
It was an amazing. I think I told you guys an amazing having a drink before I'm going out on New Year's. Perfect album.
It's a party starter,
right?
man.
What a great Russell. When you put this album on, I was jealous that I wasn't there. I mean,
that is a college vibe album, right, Rob?
100%. Unless you saw George Clinton at St. Olaf, and you were warned vociferously, do not get on the bus with him. Security guards were telling people, do not get on the bus with him.
George Clinton is the only concert I've ever been kicked out of, Rob.
What?
You got thrown out of that one?
That was for I went crowd surfing. They threw me out. I crowd surfed. They got me all the way to the front, and they had me leave.
Are you serious? Now, Russell, are you not counting seeing Sugar Hill Gang at Arbstock? Were you not kicked out of that?
I don't think I was kicked out of it. I don't know if I was mentally had any capacity to be there.
Okay, I think you were close.
He has left his earthly vessel.
That's where you almost got that fight.
So then I moved on. Flipped it over. Great record. I went with Janet Jackson. Control, which features the Pleasure Principle on the record.
Wow. Another fun one, and you're going out,
man.
You're going out in Minneapolis. You're getting this Minneapolis sound. And what I was impressed by, Russell, the album design. When you showed us the back of Control,
it's cool, isn't it?
It's a clean album. It's a clean design.
So then I shifted the vibe a little bit. I needed some rock music, and I threw on Aerosmith Rocks. you know what? This album is slayed. I thought it was fantastic. I know it's somewhere later on the list, but
so is this
damn,
is this a greatest hits or is it one of their studio albums? Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
So this started to ramp up the energy a little bit. I thought I had to bring it back down. I'm going with Al Green's greatest hits to bring the vibe back down a little bit. Got the energy up too high.
Wow. Al Green.
And goddamn, this was good too. You know what I'm realizing? If you just listen to top 500 albums all night,
This is one of my favorite albums. This is up there with Graceland for me. This is an album I've listened to 1,000 times. Greatest hits of Al Green. Oh.
So this was the last one we listened to before we went out.
Wow. Russell.
So then we go out, we come back.
I gotta admit, you're playing this album for me before we go out.
We're not going out, are we?
It's this. I'm going crazy on you in the car before the appetizers.
You're dragging me upstairs.
Oh, I'm going into the restaurant. The first thing I'm ordering is a blue Gatorade for sure.
Speaking of blue, the first thing I did when I got back, I ordered Otis Blue. Otis Redding, Sing Soul.
Wow.
What a great record to come back to and kind of take it down a notch, right?
Wow.
Then
Brilliant,
After
Russell.
Midnight, the first one I moved into After Midnight, James Brown at the Apollo Theater. I believe that's Showtime at the Apollo, right?
Wow. I mean, that's of
hammered
course.
that one out. And then the one that I started, and this is where my time ran out on me for the evening. I started De La Soul 5 Feet High and Rising.
Wow.
And then I ran out of record steam that night. So what do you guys think of that?
Because that's a double LP, right?
It is. It is.
And there's some skits. Like, it's great music, but it's a long one.
That was probably my one miss out of the 6. So what do you guys think of that as a New Year's Eve music lineup?
Good work. Great work.
Yeah, the only thing you would do is like move De La Soul before dinner, maybe. Otherwise, it's perfect.
Russell, here's what I'm going to say. Replace De La Soul with Fly by the Chicks. You know what I mean? Or that Chicks.
That would have been good.
I think that's a good one. But I got to say, I mean, to start with Parliament and go to James Brown, you're kind of on a funk train lately, Russell. You're kind of a funky control.
You know what?
Like,
I feel like Aaron's definitely the biggest follower of the funk out of the 4 of us. But man, you turn that on, it's hard to turn off. You want to keep going with it. It's
going some more
fantastic.
funk, right?
Yeah.
That's all you want.
and listen, we make fun of this podcast and how much we hate it or whatever. Okay, I assume we're making fun of it. But this is the kind of stuff that this podcast has done, right, Russell? I mean, you would never have done this prior to 2020 when we got together on a text chain, and who knows, the rest is of course history.
And before I pitch it to Matt, so there were a few other record things I had to share with you. One, Upstairs Roommate got me a couple holiday albums. One was like a different artist collection, and I forgot the other one right off the top of my head. But I also, from a friend, I won't say who, but I got a Radiohead album. Wow. I got the album called The Bends. Have you guys listened to The Bends or not? From a friend.
That's my favorite. It's coming up too.
Is that coming up soon? Does that have Fake Plastic Trees on it?
276. Yep.
There we go.
276.
Yeah.
Now, Russell, I gotta wonder, have you listened? Of course, your relationship with Radiohead, we'll just say, is strained. Okay, so the friend who got you this album obviously is a listener to the podcast. Let's tell that friend right now, have you listened to this album, and did listening to it on vinyl change your mind about Radiohead?
I have not listened to the album yet. Unfortunately, no. I'm going to have to wait. Maybe, I suppose I could have listened to it tonight, but you guys made us get on at 9 p.m. Central Time.
Nice.
Early night.
Then Aaron's kid came in and interrupted.
But I think
this is way different. This is earlier than the other two that we've already done. So I'm holding out hope that you might at least see a little bit of glimmer of a ray of sunshine with this one, Russell.
I'm going into it with an open mind, Matt.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the other thing I wanted to share, so I also, you guys, I told you this last year, I also got some gifts for the house that just happened to be records.
Wow.
We talked about this. So I got these were gifts to the Upstairs Roommate, but really they're my collection that they're going in. But here's for the 4 I picked out for the Upstairs Roommate. Let me see what you guys think of these as gifts for the house.
Yeah, it's like when Santa brought me a bunch of C batteries. You know what I mean? I was like,
gifts for the house.
This is for the house. We can all use these.
Yeah.
The first one I picked out was Taylor Swift Red. I believe it's number 100 on the list.
Wow.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That's a good
It's
one
her
too.
second best album next to 1989.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I-
you're in 1989.
I wasn't sure if we talked about this. I got the Taylor's version. I don't know if does that count, or if I got is that the wrong version or not?
No,
No,
that's
I
the one
mean,
you have
you-
to get, Russell. That is the
Yeah,
one where
that's the one you want to
she
get.
That's the one she wanted out there, right? Yeah.
she
Yeah.
she redid all the songs to make the money because she got screwed over by her producers. So she re-recorded them all to take control. So Russell, you are a feminist icon for buying Taylor's version. Congratulations. You're a good person.
Keeping going down the feminist path, I also picked up Adele 21, also on the
Adele.
list. Adele.
Wow.
That's a great album.
Oh, such a good album. Now, Russell, how does this sound on vinyl?
Haven't listened to this one yet either, Rob. They tend to build up, and then I slam through like 4 or 5 in a day. So
Yeah,
building it up.
that happens to me too.
Now, this one I picked out because you guys remember when I was in New Orleans, I had to have the jazz trio play some music. I picked Van Morrison, so I picked out Van Morrison Astral Weeks
Oh,
Yes.
great.
for the upstairs roommate. How was that?
album.
Probably the top album when people ask me about the podcast. What have I gotten into because of the podcast? This is it. Ooh.
It's so good, right?
Yep.
And then I picked out one last album. It's the only album that's not on the list that I bought, but I figured we needed it anyways. I got the Wicked soundtrack from Broadway.
Oh, does that have Adele Dazeem on it?
Yes, I believe yes.
Yes.
Adele Dazeem.
The only thing would be, I mean, the problem is if like Cynthia Erivo might be better than Adele Dazeem, right? But it's got to be fun either way. Have you listened to that one?
I have not.
I
I've
I'm
seen
sorry.
the
And when I
movie,
say
but
Adele Dazeem, I'm doing a joke. It's Adina Menzel.
I get it.
should say her
Yeah,
name
I got
correctly.
it. I got it.
I swear to God, I used to have that sound clip of him saying Adele Dazeem. I wonder if that's on my dad's
It's hard
computer.
to find.
I know that's there.
So we've had some pretty amazing vinyl moments in this house recently. Matt, I got to know, what vinyl did you pick up today?
So I could have spent $500 at Roadrunner, 46th and Nicollet in Minneapolis. You know, just east of or just west of 35W,
Wow.
but south of like
Oh, it's
South
just
of kind of where-
south of where Westerns used to be. And is Anodyne
Yeah,
still there?
yeah.
Probably not, right?
Anodyne's still there.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yep, that kind of a thing. So yeah, north of the Brugger's, that was a firehouse, but now it's
that's
Brugger.
right.
So
I sat down with
Um,
Matt and some podcast or some text chain guys one night. The amount they actually did the map spit in real life, not as a joke, was exactly why I think it's so funny. Suburban guys, city guys love doing the map spit.
the first one. So, but I kind of went. I was rushed. I had my family there, so I had to get out of there. But the first one I got was the what is this called? The Best of Mountain. So the
Best of
like
Mountain.
Southern rock.
Yeah, Mississippi Queen.
Yeah, Mississippi
nice.
Queen.
Fun. Okay.
You know, so like I'm a sucker for the anything that's Allman Brothers.
You want to hear a
and-
needle?
No, Rob. No, play the Coors commercial. Rob, if we got to do it, we got to watch the Coors commercial.
You want to hear a needle drop? Where's the You're going to make me look up Mississippi Queen Coors commercial?
Yes.
Purple link here. Is this? Was it? Oh no, it was Miller Genuine Draft.
Oh no, there was one where like a lady's playing it on the jukebox. Well, this was fun anyway.
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, these guys have gone into a swamp, and they have to cross the swamp because there is a room of extraordinarily attractive women in the middle of the swamp. Bunch of gators in the water. They are opening the beer.
Popping the beer with their thumbs.
That's
Jesus.
right. The snow comes down when you open a Miller Genuine Draft. It kills the gators, freezes, and they are able to go over there and assumingly have sex with the women in the bathrooms. Classic
And drink
bayou
FGD.
style. Okay. Oh, can you imagine having sex in a bayou? I got to say, Aaron, bottom 10 plays I want to have sex.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say
Bottom
that
10?
the bayou was one. I'm going to say the floor of the Otter, you ought to stop in bathroom. That would be probably above that.
But the heightened sense of danger, really exciting.
Yeah. Where else do you think, like a cold plunge? I don't want to have sex in a cold plunge. I don't know.
That's
Where
tough.
do you guys not
in
want
the
to
cold plunge?
In
Yeah.
a dirty game of Rob Clue, he would be cheating on Ginger Spice in the cold plunge.
Hey, my wrench. Do you think having sex in a cold plunge, would that be like the extreme, like double dare version of having sex? You know, instead of getting the flag up the nose, I'm having sex in the cold plunge. That would be a tough place to have sex.
No. I
No?
can't do that.
Russell says no with confidence. So we're gonna have to talk after the podcast.
The second album I bought was going along Russell's funk theme or Rosie's theme. As I got Ohio Players Honey,
Wow.
which has the
Roller Coaster.
song
Ohio
Love Roller
Players,
Coaster.
yes.
You know, it's
The Players record.
I always-
When is that on the list? Have we not heard the
It's not.
Ohio Players yet? That's
They're
fucked.
not.
But they had
And so
all?
I bring this up because Aaron, when I go out, there's a ton of their records at a lot of the local stores. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is what influenced so many hip hop artists. It's got to
Right,
be on
you know.
here, right? It's
Yeah.
not on.
So
There's
they-
nothing on
huge
the
Ohio
list.
Players fan. Like, it's crazy.
They had
Questlove loves
in
Ohio Players.
1974 they had an album called Skin Tight, which went number 1 in US R&B, number 11 on the US pop. It went platinum, 15 in Canada. In 1974 they also released an album called Fire, which was number 1 in the US for pop, number 1 for R&B, 17 in Canada, again platinum. And then in 75 this Honey came out. It was number 2 for the pop charts, number 1 in R&B, 36 in Canada, but US another platinum album. And then 76 they had another one called Contradiction, which went number 1 in R&B, and then it kind of went downhill from there. But they had a run of 4 albums that were from 74 to 76 that were number 1 on the R&B charts, and then everybody and their grandma sampled their their songs.
Skip ahead to my ranking. Like, we've got how many Pavement albums and no Ohio Players albums?
Three.
Like, we got.
Yep.
Come on.
It's a whiff, isn't it?
So I saw that one for
craziness.
$6. So we got a little bit of damage to the case, the cover, but for $6 I'm buying that album.
Now,
Nice.
Matt, can I ask you this? At any point, is your family interested in what you're getting? I mean, I'm assuming they're looking through the records a little bit, maybe looking for video game records, or I don't know what
Leo
your wife
had
is into.
zero. He had zero interest in. I said I did the rule. I said, hey, everybody's got to find an album. You got to find one.
Yep.
Kind of a thing. And they didn't. Eddie wants to find what he knows, which is newer stuff. And so
That's
I
cool.
forget who they were looking for. They
pricey.
couldn't find anything that he wanted. But he's got a record player in his room, so he's a little more interested in getting one. And Sarah found a bunch, but she goes, I don't listen to these, so I'm not going to buy it. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair, kind of a thing. So, but Sarah had a good time. Eddie had a pretty good time, and Leo could care less. He was ready to get out of there, kind of a thing.
Did he put up with it like a good son though?
Yes.
Did he?
Yep, he did.
He put up.
He's
with
like,
it.
this is really boring to me. And I go, well, this is just like when we go to Tower Games and you're looking at all your Pokemon cards. That's really boring for me, Leo.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's 13 now, so you can joke around a little bit more with him. But yeah, but it was good.
You gotta
Rolling
put those
going,
kids
Rob.
in their
How's it
place.
going with you?
Listen, I got to talk to you guys about something. My nose hair is getting out of control.
Oh,
and
me
I'm
too, man.
scared.
Jesus Christ. My
and I'm
ears too. It's the worst.
I've
So
got all of the gadgets.
I'm scared of a nose hair
bring him
trimmer.
to Vegas.
man.
I got to see him.
I don't.
You're scared to what?
I'm scared of a nose hair trimmer. It's scary to me.
Why? They're not scary at all.
But my nose hair, it's bothering me. Like, it just, my nose is getting hairy, and there's very few things. There's 2 things right now in my life that make me feel old. Number one is the amount of nose hair I've got coming in. It's something I thought I would never have to deal with. Matt, you're trimming your nose hair?
Oh yeah, you take get little scissors, but you also have the nose hair trimmer.
You just got one of those little. You flip it. It just goes. Buzz, done.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have like the actual nose hair trimmer, Russell.
Right.
Like, is it a buzzer is it like a trimmer that you put a nose hair attachment on, or is it a full time?
No, you can put 2 different attachments on it. You can switch it.
Wait, is it like your AirPods, like 2 different nose sizes, or is it?
What?
No, like in theory, I think the other one is like if I remember,
Matt's
it's
gonna
like
get his.
it's like an eyebrow thing. It's like a little. It's like a little clipper thing.
Yeah. Okay. And that's okay. It works out okay.
It works out as good as it works, I guess.
Like, when you do it, you see how much hair you're cutting out, or you just kind of like,
do I put it on like a paper plate and count them, or what do you?
I
mean?
don't know. Like, when I'm done shaving and I see all that hair there, that's kind of masculine to me. I'm like, yeah, all that fucking hair. I grew all that shit. You know what I mean? Now it's just going to sit in my sink for a while. I don't know.
So to get the really long ones, I got this little scissors.
No
here.
way.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, don't.
I
I
don't
can't.
like the
Don't do
scissors.
that. I don't watch
That's
that.
too much,
Yeah. So just the old nose hair trimmer is
Yeah.
right there.
Put it up in there,
Next
hit
with
the button, and you're good.
Yeah, but
If you stick it up,
work great.
if you stick it up too far, though, aren't you going to like trim
You're
your
not going to
brain?
stick it up
No.
too far.
He doesn't, because it's all protected by that little thing right there.
Oh.
There's a little motor inside there, so that it's protected.
I'm afraid I'm going to go Egyptian mode. You know what I mean? And just pull that shit
Rosie,
out.
I got this this little like pen. I know my light's a little weird.
Okay,
It's
but
like a
I see
little
it. I
pen
see it,
trimmer. You know, and so I'll try to hold it up there.
Yeah.
This is for your ear hair right here.
What?
And so
Oh,
it's
that's
just
what
a
I
little,
need, man. Yeah.
You know, it's just a little buzzer that
Yeah, that's
just
exactly what I need.
gets your. If you need to get your neck every once in a while, you know, you can get your neck with just a little pen. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
boy,
Man,
if-
Matt's got
if-
the grooming.
If
down.
25-year-old me would listen to us talk about this, I would have partied a lot more, knowing that this is what's coming when I'm 45.
Right.
It's because not only am I listening to you guys about nose hair, I'm actually interested.
You're
in what
interested.
saying.
You
like,
want to
I
know.
have to know what's going on. I think
the nose hair is one thing, and it's just hilarious when you see people with long nose hair, like old men, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. But the ear hair thing drives me bonker, Aaron. I never thought that, like, I've haven't looked into it, but I know there's people that like get it singed off and stuff, and
Oh,
you know,
really?
things like that.
I mean, because mine get
yeah.
long. It's ugh.
right?
I don't think I've
Yeah.
gone through ear puberty. I don't think I'm getting a lot of hairs.
Good for
in my
you,
ears.
man.
No, I got
How do I know?
hairy ears.
I don't.
Not good.
Oh well. Yeah. Well, that's. Sorry, guys. That's it. That's all I have to talk
Rob,
about is my nose hair.
One day you'll know, and then you'll think, oh, well, I probably should have known about this a long time ago.
It's time for nobody's
Makes me
favorite
think,
one of the
Russell.
show. Let's talk
That
it
about the
should.
album.
This podcast does mess me up because I'm like, oh, I eat a lot of candy, and everybody's like, nobody eats candy. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I should trim my nose hairs, and you guys are like, I've been trimming my nose hairs for my whole life, and I laugh at people with long nose hairs. Aaron, what if you and I are going to work and people are texting about our nose hair to each other at work?
Yeah, that's a concern.
Oh my God.
We don't.
We've
need
got
that
a
in our
broker that
lives.
comes into our office, and the guy has the longest, like the nose. It's like, do you what
Yeah.
world are you living in, sir?
we're-
that you don't understand that you have a full beard coming out of your nose? Like everybody
It's
mentions
possible
it.
to trim,
he's-
right?
he's got a brush underneath his nose.
You know what's
it's just great.
it's crazy is how often I'm trimming my eyebrows. My eyebrows are going crazy mode right now.
Oh yeah, that's my effort to trim eyebrows has probably gone up 10x in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I don't do it once a week, my eyebrows are going crazy, and they're going crazy in different places every time. Like you could never guess what's going on. It's, oh my God, it's nuts right now. But like I
I
said,
can't wait to see you guys' faces and check out where your hair is coming out.
well, guys, by the
2
time
I use that. I use this little scissors to just trim my eyebrows. a little
oh.
bit.
I mean, I got this little. I got this little guy here. I got this little, like, I got one of
I
these.
pluck every once in a while, Rob.
Like,
but
I got
not
this
a lot
thing.
of
I
plucking.
forget that Aaron's where his
But like,
all of
that's
his.
gonna
What the
scare me a
fuck is
little.
that, Aaron?
Oh yeah.
you
can use
Aaron
that.
just took
That's
out
a
his
straight
switchblade.
edge. What are you
God, I
doing?
feel like I'm on the jets here.
Yeah.
What is going on
That's-
here?
I don't know.
Straight edge.
Anna gave me
you
that, but I'm
can't
like kind
use
of
that.
scared to use it.
No,
I don't know.
you can't use that.
Isn't that like a woman's face trim, like facial hair
Yeah,
trimmer? What is it? What do you
but-
use that for?
Well, like the ear, like, because, well, I shave my head and then my hair grows so close to my ears. Like there's hair right on, I don't know where your guys' hairline is. Mine is right on top of my ear.
All right,
Like,
let's show our ear hairline right now. Let's.
dude, it's,
Yeah, yours is pretty close, Rob.
Yeah. Do
yeah,
I?
mine's right on my ear. So if I shave my head and I don't do the trimmer on the ear, then it gets really weird.
Oh, so you get little hair right above your ear.
Yeah. And sometimes it gets so long it curls over my ear.
Oh my God, Aaron, you're growing a payas. You're
Hey,
going
Brian.
orthodox. This is crazy.
Oh, our listeners are loving this.
I was going to say for our December 29th episode of 2026, I bet I know which episode will be the least listened to.
Again, that was a bit from last week. Listen, okay, let's talk about Pavement, Wowee Zowee. This album, I actually think this is an interesting album, and we were texting a little bit about this today. I think it's an interesting album to put next to Pink Floyd, because this is pretty much the exact opposite of a Pink Floyd album in so many ways, right? This comes out in 95. And the reason I say that is Pink Floyd was starting to get more and more thematic, right? Like the whole album had a message and kind of that revolved around that theme, like the machine. It was very machine sounding. It was all about this album by design has absolutely no theme. And what I mean by that is it's something we've talked about before, where the songs in this album don't sound the same. Some of these are kind of country-ish. Some of these are kind of punkish. But a lot of these are just, how do you describe this? Like, and you know me, I love They Might Be Giants. I like the B-52s. I like silly music. This music isn't even silly to me. It's like a post-punk. How would you describe Pavement to somebody who hasn't heard Pavement before?
It's like low end alternative rock. I mean, it's like dumbed down Replacements kind of a thing, but then before kind of the Soundgarden and Pearl Jam kind of a deal. So it's like indie rock, but
you think this goes into Soundgarden?
It's also like Rob described. It's like the Blues Brothers playing Patsy Cline at the playing Stand By Your Man at the club. It's just like once you hear, like the moment you hear a snippet that you enjoy, then they change it up on you because they don't want you to like it too much. You know, like they're constantly, and I mean, that was Replacements too, right? Like it's just thing of like, well, yeah, we could make cool, catchy tunes, but then people might actually listen to them. But we don't have anything else we can do in our lives, so we got to do this for a job. It's a really bizarre experience.
Yeah, Aaron, I think that's a great point. So, Matt, let me go back to what you're saying because I think I didn't understand what you're saying. This is like Soundgarden, if what Aaron was saying, they didn't give a fuck about.
I'm just saying, like, there's grunge, right?
Yeah.
And there's kind of like
it's in there,
I was trying not to go with Pearl Jam and Nirvana. I was trying to come up with a little bit more, but I'm not that smart to come up with this. But like, you know, it's before Nirvana and Pearl Jam by a couple years, and that's why everybody puts them in. And to me, you know, Pearl Jam had Green River and a couple other bands that they had before, and a couple guys died. And I think if those bands had survived and made it through, because they started in like 86, 87, 88, then Pavement isn't getting all of this love. It's the Green Rivers of the world that are getting all the love. But because they were before Nirvana and before Pearl Jam, you know, they were kind of the indie group right away. That's why they're getting all this love. Again, we'll get into it towards the end, but the first album we listened to, great. Have that album on here, but I think we've got 3 albums by Pavement on this list, which is ridiculous.
I think Pavement, let's just be clear, none of us like this album. Yeah. But I think Pavement is a band where if you were into Pavement, and we've talked about this before, if you were listening to Pavement when you were 16 years old, you would love this album, right? It's for Pavement is for people who love Pavement. And that's just like, it's not for people like us who have never really listened to it. But the thing is, right, is I do think, Matt, you make a great point. Records companies are looking for the next Nirvana. They're looking for the next Pearl Jam. I love the comparison to the Replacements. I also think Joy Division is kind of like this, where it's hard to place like exactly what it is. So here's what happens. Pavement comes out with Slanted Enchanted, which we've listened to. Their second album, Crooked Rain, was more poppy. And listen to this song, Cut Your Hair. It's the single off their second album. This is a real song. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like nice. It's got hooks. You can sing along.
This is leading to Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind was listening.
This would have been played on 120 Minutes on MTV. Like,
you could see this. I mean, and the through line from this to Beck, I mean, is so
Matthew
obvious.
Sweet, Joseph Buell,
yeah. I mean, if
when I hear the Replacements, you know, I didn't just pull that out. You know, I read it on that. Canberg said that they preferred the rock group, the Minneapolis rock group, the Replacements.
Yeah, of course.
He said that they were into the Replacements.
That's the most obvious thing. I could have guessed that. I would have bet $1 million on that. But the problem is, Pavement got big on their second album. They got poppy, and they hated it. So for their third, by the way, that second album is 494 on the list. That's the third album. It's going to be 494. The album
There's
is
another one.
Yeah. Our first 3 albums are going to be. We have 3 Pavement albums before this quest ends. Of course, unless they change the list.
Let's go.
The album is a rejection of that popularity of their second album. They said, we're going to just go totally experimental. We're going to have no theme. The lyrics are impossible to understand. And to be honest, they're kind of like gibberish, right? And honestly, like I saw this described online as a sketchbook album. This is an album where just every single song is totally different. You're flipping it. They're doing whatever they want. But I think it's so different than Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, 44 minutes. Okay. This album, 18 songs. Almost all of them are 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes. There's one 6-minute song, but I want to point this out for the first song because Aaron texted this and I had noticed this too. This sounds so much like Pink Floyd. You have to think this is why they put them together on the list. Is that possible? Listen.
Yeah, I thought I was playing the wrong album when I played this. I was like, did something glitch in my...
There's no way that's why they put them together, but it's impossible to escape that idea.
Yeah.
And
it might be the same chord progression. They might have stolen it. I don't know.
castration fear.
I mean, right there, right? Castration is the third word on the album.
Yeah.
There's two people. There's Malkmus, who's the I think a guitar player, and then there's Canterbury, who's the drummer, and they basically write the two songs, and you can hear the difference between them, but I don't even know if it's worth talking about. Next out, Rattled by the Rush. A little more psychedelic, a little more. Let's
Like this I would listen to. If this were the whole album, like okay, I'd still like a more melody and more of a singer, but like okay, you can vibe with this.
It's about being overwhelmed. Tell you what, guys, right before this break started, I was like, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed. 2 weeks off of work though, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling in control.
This is like the definition of a Beck Did It Better song. Like this is like a bad Beck song.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right.
If you play this song and says,
yeah.
if you play this album and says, is this on the list or not?
Hey, play a song for me once, Rob.
Yes.
There's this guy. Well, it's Supermodel. I used to live in England. It's this popular. It's all over the place now. Everybody loves it. Sounds like Cake. Sounds like these guys. All of a sudden, so just play. This was like number 17 on the top 89 songs of 2025. But just go into it a little bit.
I used to live in England, and for one summer I got super into Gary's
So this reminds me, just the voice of stuff. And so, like, there's a place for all this stuff.
Of course.
I don't understand. And Slanted and Enchanted. I've said it before. There's like three groups three albums that really like opened. Like I have no idea. Arcade Fire, which is now $4.99 on the list, or $500. It was like $110. Lana Del Rey, An American Treasure, Norman fucking Rockwell. When I heard that, I was like, I never heard Lana Del Rey before. Awesome. And then when I heard Slanted and Enchanted by Pavement, I was like, wow, this is awesome. But then when they redid the list, there's three Pavement albums. I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah. Obviously,
this is crazy.
I mean, and the idea, this is a good poll, by the way, man. Pavement is a Rolling Stone magazine band.
Yeah.
Is the most obvious thing of all time, right? Like,
Yep.
you have to know of Pavement. You have to have an opinion on Pavement to be at Rolling Stone, I think.
And you have to have a lot of time to listen to music. Like, I don't have time, and same with last week. Like, I don't have time in my mind to listen to things that don't grab me, have a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of melody, a little bit of something I want to listen to. Like, I just can't work through something that is challenging me in this way.
If my 17-year-old was listening to this album, I'd be like, hell yeah, this is
cool.
This is
Tell me what you like about it.
teenage angst. This is when you're listening to it. 45-year-old Rob, if you're on cholesterol medication, you don't need to be listening to this album.
Am I right? Like, so I'm looking at these album sales figures. So Slanted and Enchanted is 1992, 212,000 albums.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wowee Zowee 95, 180,000. Like,
Right.
not to throw it into Matt's wheelhouse, but like if you look at Pearl Jam, they've got like 11 albums that are all way higher than any of these.
So that, I mean, you're not stealing my take, but that's my take. The fact that there's three Pavement albums and only one Pearl Jam album, like,
silly.
To use one of my buddy Russ's favorite lines, "Get the fuck out of here," kind of thing.
There's the door. Get
What the fuck are we doing?
And
what
I
the
know,
fuck
like,
are we doing?
I know the podcast is about the list and not about the album itself, but there are some fun. Like, I like this.
Sure. Yeah.
When we get in two songs, we'll wait till we get there. But like, I instantly, what Rosie was saying, when you hear a song, you get hooked on it, like right away. With that, if the first song of the album was Grounded, number 5, and we'll get to it, but. I would have been like, yeah, heck yeah, this is great.
Yeah, Brink's job. I mean, but the thing is, I listened to the Pink Floyd album and I was shocked when it was done. I listened to this album and I could not wait for it to be the album. Yeah. And the Pink Floyd album is a stressful album. Like, you listen to it and it's stressful. This is insane. This stressed me out like crazy today listening to this. I couldn't get my bearings. I mean, listen to this.
But then I'm also a fraud because, most Pearl Jam albums in the 90s were like this. You think of, they have Bugs on Vitality.
God, it
right?
comes up again.
Things like that.
There's only one song on Vitality.
No, but I mean, you go to the No Code, the next one, I mean, it's all over the place, but to me, it's all over the place, great kind of a thing. And so somebody likes this all over the place on this album, but it's not for me.
So this is another song by Cannonberg, Grounded. And I just wrote most normal song on the album.
Right.
But even if it's not Pearl Jam, like if your kids came to you and said, "Oh, this is on the list," this is when you were a kid, and you'd say, "Oh yeah, I'd never heard of them," and you'd be like, "Oh, there must not have." You're like, "What about Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness?" Or like pick out a dozen alternative albums from the mid '90s that have to be on the list that aren't.
You know what I thought about Russell the whole time?
16 Stones by is not on the list.
Yeah, come on.
Russell, you know what I was thinking about the whole time we listened to this album? By the way, this is Serpentine Pad. 1 minute, 16 seconds long. This is the kind of stuff that was on the radio station Denon that we had to play. This was the college radio station list that you had to play some songs off of, and you would just hope to find a song that you liked.
Sometimes you'd find good stuff.
And then sometimes it was like
Jurassic 5, right, Aaron?
Yeah, that's right.
I still loved Promise Ring off that. Motion Suggests. I mean, I don't know.
This is Velvet Underground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think these guys listen to Velvet Underground at all?
Aaron, it's takes like this why you can't find this magazine in stores anymore. Seriously.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Now, I will say, Father to the Sister of a Thought. I like this one. Very dreamy. I like this jangly guitar stuff, though.
I like that. I like that title. That's a good title to a song.
Yeah.
Rob, are we in? Rob, you're our guitar tuning genius. Are we in weird guitar tuning land here?
100%, for sure. Yeah, they're open all over the place. I guarantee you see Pavement in concert, they're spending a lot of time tuning their guitars or getting new ones from the techs, for sure.
Yes. And it pays, right? Like you definitely hear the difference, and it really improves your experience as an audience member.
This isn't. I mean, I know it's not shoegaze music, but there's some songs on here where it's kind of a similar type sound. I don't know, Matt. What do you think of this and shoegaze? Is this?
No, I think it's shoegaze is just so at you kind of a thing, and they very much want you to hear the lyrics that they're saying.
Yeah,
and that's not a shoegaze
that's true.
thing.
See, that's the other thing too, is that all these I fast forward a little bit. There's some good songs in the middle of these songs.
Yeah.
It's and that's another way I think it's similar to Pink Floyd, right? It's kind of putting some junk on either side that radio stations are going to cut out at some point. My Best Friend's Arm.
They bury their best little nuggets in there and make you earn it. And to be frank, Prince did that too. Like there's stuff on Prince albums where he's going to make you earn it to listen to the good stuff.
Yep. Not us. Not this podcast, Aaron.
That's all gold.
Shit.
Solid gold.
Yeah.
All killer, no filler.
And then the only, with 18 songs or whatever, like I could come up with a 10 song album that I would like out of this group of 18, I think, where you'd have maybe one or two throw away. But, like when they do that Best Friend's Arm, it's just, I started to kind of like it again. And then that just was like, oh God, let's get through this.
But that's why when you know the history of this album, you understand them saying like, oh, fuck you. Oh, we're popular? Fuck off. Try this. Grave Architecture. I think I'm going to get cremated. Right? I mean, listen, do you know a guy who would love to have a huge, like when I go to a cemetery and there's a couple of those huge ones, I'm always like, oh, damn. God damn, that'd be great. Wouldn't it if you had a huge monument to Rob? Like if you go to the graveyard and there's just a big statue of me with like a sword, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I have like a Gorgon's head in my hand. Yeah, that would kick ass. But
noise canceling headphones.
Yeah, just, I don't know. You know what? Burn me up. Send me to somebody I don't like. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of want. What do you guys have any fun plans?
No.
No grave plans?
I'm going to be pressed
when the upstairs roommate brings up dark stuff like this, I say, we don't talk about stuff like that, and we move it along. Rob, we don't talk about stuff like that.
Wow. I want to have sex with you. AT&T, great build.
Dark. Move on.
Russell, you'd be amazed how many times people say that to me.
We don't talk like that in this house.
My dad did say to a relative this summer, I don't want to talk about that. I was like,
I do have to ask, were you guys in on the Stranger Things? Did you do the finale? Have you been watching the show or not?
I can't stop thinking about the finale, man. It's
I have not
burned into
watched
my brain.
But I know it's a big deal.
Yes, I keep trying to decide what I think happened. Yeah.
You know, that guy with no teeth lifts at my gym.
What?
Who's that kid that doesn't have the teeth?
Oh, Dustin?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Gavin? Is his name Gavin?
Yeah. Guess what? Here's a stranger thing. He doesn't squat that much. Okay? I squat way more.
I bet he likes doing Olympic lifts instead of what you do, though, Rob.
No, he's mostly fucking around, to be honest with you.
Man,
Flux ram.
if I had it to do over again, I'd learn the Olympic lifts. I think more people should do those.
Yeah, 100%. It gives you exactly the body you want, too. Oh, do you want huge shoulders and quads? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Abs? Let's go.
Now, would I go see Pavement in concert? Maybe. I got to admit, this kind of seems like it would be a fun concert to go to.
I mean, with the right drugs, it'd be fine, right?
Oh, everything. Fight this generation cholesterol.
This sounds like Friday Night Lights music. Bringing it back to last week.
Kennel District, another Cannonberg song. These Cannonberg songs are a little bit more normal. Yeah, we're on
so
15.
many tracks.
Listen, people here are trying to talk about Friday Night Lights all the time. I'm trying to move it along. Kennel District. You know what? I'm bringing my dog to the doggy daycare even on the weekends now. Oh, can I show you something else about my dog before this
dog
changes?
doesn't know it's a weekend.
We got to get him tired. The doggy daycare is the only thing that gets him tired. Look at this guy.
Murphy.
Look at how big his nuts are now. Can you see those? He's got huge nuts, and it's a white dog, but his nuts are black, jet black, and they're so big that when you, I mean, look at this dog. He's alive, by the way. When this dog, he's so big that when you help this dog up on the couch, and I grab his butt to help him up, all you feel are his nuts. Oh. He's got the biggest nuts. Look how long this dog is.
Why isn't he asleep?
Why does his head go back? Like, look at his head going back. That's awesome.
This dog, I'm telling you, this dog, when I pick him up from doggy daycare, I have to carry him for the first block because he wants to snuggle with me. When I come home from work, he bites my legs until I snuggle with him for 3 minutes. And he's got the biggest nuts. I'm so proud of him. I love my dog.
One day you're going to take him away.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I'm thinking about getting him the noodles. Do you know what noodles are?
Oh, my God.
No.
Like
noodles,
titanium nuts or something?
Yes, noodles are the fake nuts you can put into the dog so it still feels like it has nuts. Because I got to admit, a lot of what I do when I'm just sitting around bored is nut-based. You know what I mean? And I'm not even talking like that. So I'm talking about like adjusting them. I'm pulling on them, giving them a little itch. I'm doing a lot of nut-based activities. You know what I mean?
I sent you. Who's that comedian? I sent you that clip.
Yes,
when he's talking about Aretha. He's got about a 3-minute thing about what you were just saying, Rob. You should probably watch that episode.
I don't know. My nuts. It's probably why they're such a weird color. I'm just touching them all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the first time one of you acknowledged that your nuts are also a weird color. So that's great. I'm waiting on you other two. Pueblo. Guys, just say it now. Nobody's listening.
I don't spend
Are
that
your
much
nuts
time
a weird
looking
color?
at it. I don't think so.
Don't look. No, don't look.
When you look down, your camera starts looking down because you got that weird things.
I would look it over like this.
I'm trying to turn it off. I don't know why
your camera started going down just a little bit like this. It was very funny.
I don't know. I tried to turn it off.
That's the thing about getting older. You don't even know if your nuts are a weird color anymore. You're like,
I spend a lot of time looking at them.
Yeah, see? When I was younger, I was like, what do my nuts look like? And guess what? They look normal.
You were in the mirror like the vagina monologues, just checking it out.
Rob, this is the step after your ear hair and nose hair. This is going to be your next problem.
Is there anything that feels more like a waste of time than when you're 45 and you're shaving your nuts? You know what I mean? I'm like,
I can't.
Who cares about this? Nobody cares anymore. Nope. Half a Canyon. Kind of a Western motif. This is a 6-minute song. Are you guys shocked that I haven't asked you about your nut shaving, how you do it?
So it's got a little like Jack White, little Black Keys.
All right, this
to
is
it,
like just because we
like,
could. Like, oh, turns out we can play our instruments if you guys
Right.
want to hear it, but we're going to do something else instead.
And it closes with a minute 45 song, Western Homes. So what are we talking here? Lakeville? Chaska?
Western Homes? Oh, that's Chanhassen, Wayzata.
Tonka, Plymouth, Mound West Tonka.
I'll just remember, I remember when
Independence, Medina.
Wayzata.
people said they lived in Chaska, you're like, what do you have, a horse and buggy?
Chaska?
So far fucking out there. All right, folks. That was Pavement. That was Wowee Zowee. Let's get into the rating system. It's a mystery. What are we going to say? Nobody knows.
And now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. The patented and very popular Beck Did It Better rating system.
Oh,
Russell can't wait to get back up to this puzzle. But before he does, okay, where are those pieces going to go? I don't know what else to say about a puzzle. Before he does, we got to talk about this album. We are all the way up to 265. We're still in the 60s. I feel like we've been in the 260s for like my whole life. What do you think? 265, Wowee Zowee. Is this a rolling well tone? This is perfect at 265. Listen, not our cup of tea, but we get it. It's 90s alternative. I don't know. How do I even do this bit, guys? Is this a rolling bone? It should have been higher up on the list, obviously not. Or is this a rolling groan? Okay. This album bothered all of us. We didn't even really talk about it that much. It just did. What do we think? Rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling groan? Aaron, rolling well toned. No, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. Maybe I did already, but I didn't intend to. If this is your thing, that's great. It's not mine. I would like a little, it's not my thing. And I think we're going to hear better stuff. So it's a rolling groan.
Yeah. But Russell, what do you think? Rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling groan?
I'm going to say Rolling Groan. I think this is probably one of the biggest whiffs on the list so far. If they want to have a Pavement album on there, I'm all for it. It needs to be on there. But knowing that we grew up in this era, this is when we were into music, and I couldn't have even told you who this band is. What are we doing? We got to stop this stuff. Put the bands on there that deserve to be on there. I can't get past looking at like Beck, not on the list yet. We've had 2 Pavement albums. We haven't done Beck. Beck's got what's Morning Phase? He won Album of the Year. Odelay sold 3 million copies. What are we doing? This is Rolling Groan. This is one of the albums that annoyed me the most. And it's not that I necessarily even dislike it. It just shouldn't be where it's at.
Just think, for every copy of this sold, Odelay sold 12. Like, that's crazy. Matt, what do you think? Rolling well toned, rolling bone, or rolling groan?
I mean, my quote at the beginning of the show was from Vitology, which came out in November of 1994. So, within 6 months of this album, and that's not even on the list. I don't think it's one of some people call that the best Pearl Jam album of all time. Yada, yada, yada. We've got the Velvet Underground coming up here in a few albums who people think is the original, like, alternative grunge.
We got more Velvet Underground coming? How many Velvet Underground?
Yeah, we've got The Bends by Radiohead, which came out in 90 something, which is a phenomenal album. We've got Unplugged by Nirvana. We've got Big Star, who I'm not a big fan of, but again, another early kind of grungy alternative band. Haven't heard any Husker Du, things like, there's so many other bands that could be up here as like a placeholder for the 90s alternative kind of a thing that is just, it's, to Russell's point, maybe one of the bigger whiffs that they've had on this whole dang thing. It probably gets corrected on the next round. So absolutely Rolling Groan. And of course, I'd rather listen to the Blue album by Weezer, which came out in 94 as well, before listening to this
Imagine sitting in a meeting and arguing that this album is better than like Dookie. I mean, come on. It's better than the Weezer. Come on.
Doggy Style.
Oh.
Yeah. Right?
Get the fuck out. Just leave. Hey, if Pavement was going to host like a halftime show of a Christmas Day game, it would suck.
There's no Pavement bowl game. There's no Pavement bowl.
Yep. It's a great point. Unfortunately, and listen, if you like Pavement, you don't care what we have to say. That's the great thing about being a Pavement fan. You know what you're doing. Come on now.
It'd be interesting to know what our buddy Magic Mike thinks of Pavement.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of, he's a big time deep dive music guy.
That's true. He's an open mind kind of guy. Yeah.
We should have Mike, if he can call in or just text in or whatever, just let us know his thoughts.
Our voicemail thing might be full, but if you want to leave a message, we would appreciate hearing what a music guy thinks. I'd also like to hear what Bryce thinks about Pavement, to be honest with you. I don't know if that carries over that way, though. Unfortunately, you guys are incorrect.
Shit.
This gets a rolling do what you won't.
What?
Listen, we hear
What you won't?
Yeah, we hear
Do what
so
you
many
won't?
albums that are produced by a million people. We've got Yeezus coming up in like 3.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look at a Taylor Swift album, when you look at a Beyonce album, there are a bazillion people involved in that album. And they all, when you start doing that, all the albums start getting very, very similar. They all start sounding very, very the same. This is an album where they did not give a shit. Okay. It might not be what we want to listen to, but at some point, our kids are all going to be listening to AI music, and we should enjoy this shit while it's still out there. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's listening to the same stuff. This stuff exists. It's great. Next up, we have, what did I write here? We have Help by the, wait, no, we don't have Help. Fuck that. We skipped it. We're moving on. We have a band
we're moving on for some people. Unfortunately, our Spotify listeners will never get to hear what we think about this, right?
Sorry, Spotify.
Brian from East St. Paul was we were at the Bowl Banner. Because I can't believe you guys haven't done that more. That was so great. It was phenomenal. 2 albums. Get them out of the way. I can't believe you haven't done that more.
He knows who he's talking to.
All right.
Brian from East St. Paul was a big fan of the double album in one episode.
That's why it was so funny re-releasing that Christmas episode when we just did an episode out of thin air and we did something that wasn't on the list. It was so funny because we're like, we had no idea.
Set ourselves back by a whole week.
So young, so innocent, so stupid.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the album that describes, it's by a band that describes Russell, no matter how you pronounce it. Okay. Oh. It's Double Nickels by the Minutemen or the Minutemen.
The Minutemen.
When you want to hear about the greatest albums of all time, but you're just too lazy to look it up online.
Actually, boy, if I could have sex in a minute, that'd be perfect.
You can do it like
I've got the perfect podcast
twice during the ad of Love Connection.
Beck did it better.
Now, Russell, what if that guy was 7'6"? You know what he'd be then?
George Mirasan, Minute Man.
I was going to say Minute Man, Minute Bull Man.
Minute Man.
Oh. It's time to say
Double Nickels.
Goodbye.
Does it sound good? Does anyone know?
Guys, it's only 12:03. This is so.
Matt's going to get 7 hours tonight, maybe more.
Wow.